Hey everyone, Techne here, finally with the best gaming headsets of 2020. The complete roundup, no certain price point and no certain platform right there. And we have a bunch. I want us to be a top 5, but when I opened the closet and saw all these good headsets, I'm like, yeah, we got a lot to cover here, right? And a couple things I want to touch on right here. So I'm going to put a stamp right down here, so if you guys want to skip my ramble, but I got a little bit I want to cover before we dive into this. So if you're seriously into a headset and if you watch some other reviews, I recommend you watching this, but if you just want to get to the meat and potatoes, just skip to that time. Is that where it goes, or does it go over here? I'm not too sure. But anyways, so what I want to talk about here, again, talking there being more than 5 headsets. I want to get to the, as I sit here and ramble, right, I say this, I want to get to the point and kind of just cover these headsets, the core points of it, right? That comfort, that build, the sound, and a microphone, just straight up. Not driver size, not frequency range, anything like that, just straight up to the point, the comfort and all that. You know, I did do standalone reviews on all these headsets, which I dive deep into them. The software, I test them out on every single platform right there. You know, I pulled all these headsets out and tested them again for this test. I didn't just revert back to my older reviews and say, okay, hey, let me talk about that again. Nah, I pulled them all back out, put them back here, and kind of got my mind wrapped around them. But my primary test this time was, yes, just PC. The other thing I want to mention right here, so again, my point right there, if you want a deeper dive in what I'm going to talk about, just type in the Techne and that headset model, and you can get a deep dive, detailed look into every single headset we're going to talk about here. Number 2, what I'm going to talk about here, I'm doing a roundup of the best headsets here, right? I want to make sure I'm clear that this isn't like, I guess it is a ranking system, but it's a ranking system for me, not necessarily for you, right? What I want you to do, and this should go with any review, you know what I mean? You pick out the pieces you like. Oh, well, he says it's uncomfortable there, but that's going to be really comfortable for me. The sound, I might like more highs, you may like more bass, whatever it may be. So again, don't take this as this one's horrible, this one's better, because it's up here. I'll let you know what my number 1 is and what I use every day, of course, you know. But I want you to pick it apart. These are all fantastic headsets that I would love and be perfectly fine with using them daily as far as gaming. Every single headset we have here. But again, don't take it as this one's trash because it's at the bottom, this one's amazing because it's at the top. I'm just gonna let you know which one's my absolute favorite at the end, you know? But then also just pick apart each headset. Man, I love that feature. I love that style. And that's gonna be the one that's gonna suit you. Because again, every headset we have on here is stinking awesome. And talking about every headset being amazing right here, take a look at where we're gonna start right down here. It's the Logitech G Pro X wireless headset. Wow, what a stinking awesome headset. This is actually the headset Shroud uses, you know, so you know it's good with the way he games, you know. But that's just, again, touching on my point right here. The first one to cover at the bottom of my list, going up right here, is just such an absolutely awesome headset. And starting off with the comfort of the G Pro X right here. As you can see, I have these velour pads on. They are pleather lined in there. Now, they do come with a complete pleather set. Me personally, I didn't like them, you know what I mean? They just were a little bit firmer, my ears got spicy, but these velour ones are super nice. Pleather lined on the inside, they lock in that sound really nice. Now, as far as adjustability, your ear cushions go in and out plenty amount, and then you adjust by the little clicky arm right there. Now, the stinker about this headset for me is there's no swivel. As you can see, it just goes right like that. So when I take this headset, put it on my head, that's the downfall of it for me right here, is I get some pressure point right up here on my cheekbone or jawline, whatever we call it, right up here, you know, and I got a little bit of gap in the back right there. So again, I feel most of the pressure being right up there, that being because there's no swivel right there. Again, if that doesn't bother you, say if you've worn like HyperX headsets or anything like that, Bayer Dynamic, that's the vibe you get with these. For me, with my jaw, whatever, swooping back a little bit back here. Again, I feel the pressure coming up here and a little bit less pressure back there. And as far as the build of this headset, let me tell you what, you take these things out the box and all you feel is premium. I mean, these guys, they do have a little bit of weight to them. They do. Check out those forks right there. You can see they're a little bit thicker. You know what I mean? I mean, these guys feel very, very nice in the hand. As far as durability as well, I can twist these guys up. I don't get one bit worried. I can stretch them out. Not a single bit worried right there. So again, as far as the build of this guy, a stinking tank right here. I absolutely love it. All right, so now talking sound on a Logitech G Pro X wireless right here. It has an absolutely awesome, immersive, punchy sound. It's loud, it's detailed, and again, it is punchy. It just has that perfect balance of sound right there. You got your highs, you got your bass. It's not a rumbly, muddy bass by any means. That's the cool thing about this. Again, it's not muddy. You just get that, again, that perfect sound for any game situation, even music or anything like that, you know what I mean? And that's what I like about it. Just set it right there. You can play a story game, be immersed, play a competitive game, and really catch all that detail. And again, talking about diving into the more standalone review, you can dive into the Logitech software and really tweak the EQ on this thing and really dial it in to your setting. But again, the sound on these guys, is absolutely awesome.
All right, we are now using a microphone on the Logitech G Pro X. Again, detachable, included windscreen right here. Now, just real quick while we're doing these mic tests on all these headphones are plugged and played. I'm not tweaking any of the sound in the editing software or recording software. A lot of these headsets, you can go in there and adjust the microphone sound on all of them, especially with this Logitech one right here. But again, as we're testing right now, plugged and played.
All right, so the Logitech G Pro X wireless right here. I love this headset. The one thing I don't love about it is the price tag at 199 bucks. It makes me say, well, especially compared to some of the other ones right here, it's like, well, it's just missing something at that price point. That's expensive, 200 bucks. You got a great headset, you got a great build, you got great sound. The comfort is good, but again, for me personally, it doesn't work out without that swivel right there. So all around, a great headset, but 200 bucks. I wish it had more features or something packed into it. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get into some other ones. And that pulls me into the closing point on the G Pro X wireless. I pull out the regular G Pro, the wired ones. These are the 2019 version, not the X version. I know everyone wants to call this the X, but it's really not. The X version, you get the extra blue software, which by the way, you get the blue software with the wireless one. Talking about these guys are so stinking awesome. This has been one of my favorite headsets right here. You still get that same comfort, that same build, but believe it or not, of course, with wired headsets, you're gonna get a little better sound. These guys do pull out a little bit more sound right there. This is an awesome headset, and it's half the price of this guy. This guy's 100 bucks. So if wireless isn't an issue for you, I love wireless. Again, I'm a wireless guy 100%, you know what I mean? But if that's not an issue for you, scoop these guys up. I think they're like 90 bucks right now. An absolutely fantastic deal, and I really love this. But yeah, I do love wireless, is why I have this one right here. All right, so next up in line is, again, just another amazing headset. I can't go on and on right here. These headsets are awesome. The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. This headset makes me say, wow, like we all love the Cloud 2s, right? Such an amazing headset. I think a lot of people that use them. It's been such a popular headset for a reason. It's just great. And having them in wireless, again, just wow. So starting with comfort on the Cloud 2 wireless right here, well, they're the exact same as the Cloud 2s if you ever use them. These ear cushions are incredibly soft and incredibly plush. Let me tell you what, they're really nice. But yeah, they're completely pleather, so they're gonna lock in that sound, but they're also gonna lock in that heat. So you're gonna get some pretty spicy ears in there. Now, as far as adjustability, as you see your ear cushions go in and out, and then you got those, again, standard clicky arms right there, pretty much exactly like we saw on the Logitech G Pro X right there. And that's the downfall for me. There's no swivel. So again, when I take this headset and put it on my head right here, I still get a mild pressure up there. Now, the pressure is much, much more mild than the Logitech G Pro X on this headset. This headset's a little bit lighter. Again, you can see the forks are a little bit less right there. I'm not gonna say this doesn't feel as premium as the Logitech, but again, when you get the Logitech in your hand and you get this in your hand, you're like, all right, wow, this one feels a little more heavy duty over here talking about the Logitech one. Not saying this is cheap by any means, but again, this is definitely lighter, which is, again, a bonus right there because it's relieving some of that pressure. Again, I could game with these longer than the Logitech ones right there. You know, I still get that pressure point because of lack of swivel. But again, the build on the Cloud 2 Wireless is absolutely fantastic. It is a little bit lighter weight than the Logitech one we just talked about, but I can bend this up, twist it up, and again, I don't get a single bit worried about it whatsoever. The build on this guy is fantastic. All right, so now talking sound on the Cloud 2 Wireless right here. If you've ever used the Cloud 2s, you're gonna love this right here. You really get that signature of sound as far as balance and detail. But yes, these guys have a little bit more bass than the Cloud 2s right there. An absolute pinch, but enough to be noticed. And a lot of people asked, hey man, why didn't this make it in my roundup of PS4 or PS5 headsets right there, you know? And that is why, because there's a little bit more bass than I personally prefer. I was playing a lot of Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5 right there. And even like swinging, building the building, right? There's a little web shooting out. It felt like there's a little bit more bass in there. That I would prefer. You know, again, if that's something you like, that's what you're going to get right here. You still have highs, you still have detail, but again, and I'm not saying too much bass, so catch me there. A lot of people might say, oh, too much bass, it's going to be muddy, rumbling, that's all I'm going to hear. That's not the case. Again, just all around, just as far as the stage of the sound, there was more bass. You'd catch that bass along with your highs.
All right, so we are now using a microphone on the HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Again, the microphone's detachable, included windscreen, and this microphone is quite moldable. I really like this microphone. You get a really nice, natural, balanced sound. Almost sounds just like a phone call. I really like this microphone here. This microphone gets a complete pass, in my opinion.
So the Cloud 2 Wireless right there, this is a great headset. It comes in at 150 bucks. I honestly thought it was more. I thought it was 180. So again, it's even a better win right there. But I rolled back back to the things where I stated like, all right, the build's the same pretty much, you know what I mean? The sound signature's the same, but you get a little bit more bass right here. I kind of go right in line with like the Logitech we had. You still got the Cloud 2 wired version right here, which is a fantastic headset, still living up to this day. This is a great headset. Same thing pretty much, but just wired over here. But this guy, you don't get that extra touch of bass, right, with the wired ones, which is what I love, because this headset is great all around. Like music, so great for music, no matter which genre you listen to or type of game. Again, immersive, competitive, or anything like that. I love this headset. So look at it that way. If you want something with a pinch more bass, a pinch more immersion, that's what you're gonna get with the wireless version here. But if you want something toned down a little bit, heck, you can always scoop up the wired version. I believe these guys are like $80 or something, an absolute steal. And again, two great headsets right here. All right, so next up on our list is the Corsair HS70 Bluetooth headset right here. Now, no, this headset is not wireless. I know you're seeing it without wires, but you do have to plug this one up to use it. But yes, it does have Bluetooth where you can sync it up to Bluetooth, and obviously the Bluetooth is wireless, right? So again, you can run it wired into whatever device you're using and then have the Bluetooth active synced up to your phone or whatever. All right, so jumping into comfort on the HS70 Bluetooth right here, these ear cushions are very big and very plush, fully pleather, top to bottom, inside and out right there. So they're gonna lock in that sound great, but again, they're gonna lock in that heat great as well. You can get a little bit spicy. Now, looking at these ear cushions, as I said, they're big, plush and everything, but they're more like a foam rather than a memory foam. So when they sit on your head, yeah, you do feel them. They don't really sink into your head. They just kind of sit there. Not uncomfortable or unbearable, but again, you do feel them. Now, as far as adjustability on these guys, ear cushions, in and out plenty right there. You have an absolute pinch of swivel. That little bit right there, but it's enough. It is enough to relieve those pressure points. And then they adjust on your arms right there by the clicky brackets. So the comfort of the HS70 Bluetooth right here, it's good. It's not stinking cozy for sure, but like when I put it on like this, there's nothing that makes me say, hey, I want to get this off my head. Nothing at all. It's very comfortable, but again, it doesn't like sink into your head, if you catch my drift right there. One thing I want to mention that's really cool about this headset, like if you look at it like this right here, are we getting that in camera? Yeah. You can see it's kind of small, right? But as far as the build, like it's very solid. You got the metal forks right here. It feels heavy duty, just along with all Corsair products, you know? You're getting a quality product in your hand. But this guy, like I can twist it up, bend it out. I don't get worried right there, but now I can go this far. You heard that little click right there because it's kind of stopping me, you know what I mean? But again, if you want it a little bit bigger, a little trick I found in here, do this on your own risk, is this thing's metal up here. So you can kind of press in, bend out, and it's going to pull it out a little bit right there. If you want a little bit tighter, twist it up and pull it in there. Be careful, of course, but again, you can adjust it. You're not supposed to do it that way, but just a little trick I've found testing a bunch of headsets, and you really get this to fit your head perfectly. Now, talking to sound on the HS70 Bluetooth, it is nice. It is punchy and it is detailed. It's just perfectly balanced. It really is. Even just out the box, you get a really nice detailed sound. But talking about that sound, like trust me and dive into the IQ software, dabble with it, tweak that EQ if you want. I show mine, and again, the standalone review, and you pull this headset to a whole nother world, and it is just awesome. It is really, really good. Again, talk like in the beginning where I mentioned headphones. That's the vibe you get with these guys. You get that headphone sound. Again, it's punchy, it's crispy bass, not a rumbly, muddy bass by any means, and you still have your highs right there. It's really good. Again, I can say like I love wireless, but yes, wired headphones are always going to sound better right there. And you have all those features to dabble with this. And I was talking that Bluetooth on this. That's what I love about this. It's not very often you find a wired headset with Bluetooth. It's always a wireless headset with Bluetooth. Which, what's that going to do? That's going to increase the price, right? You're going to be around that $150 price range for those features. With this headset coming in at $100 with those features as far as wired, it's really cool to have those options finally. Like, all right, let me save a little bit of money and still get the Bluetooth feature, but it's going to be wired right there. You know what I mean? You got a little extra money, then okay, get the wireless version with the Bluetooth feature, you know? So that's really cool. Now, you don't use the Bluetooth feature for gaming. You're going to use it wired for gaming. You know, you're going to get a little bit of delay with the Bluetooth if you're using it that way. But as far as Bluetooth syncing up to your phone or a Discord or something like that, and you got that extra audio source right there, and then your main source is still coming wired. But all in all, the sound on these guys is stinking awesome.
All right, so this is the microphone on the Corsair HS70 Bluetooth right here. Again, detachable, included windscreen, and quite moldable. And this is the microphone on the Corsair HS70 Bluetooth gaming headset. Corsair HS70. Mic test out.
So the Corsair HS70 Bluetooth, this headset again coming in at $100. I believe right now it's like $5 off, $95. I love this headset, I really do. Again, talking like I just mentioned there, being wired but still having a Bluetooth, that is a rarity to find. It's always in a wireless version, you know. And again, it's the cool thing about it is not necessarily the features, but the option for us consumers to have, right? Like, okay, I want to save a little bit of money, but I still want those features, man. that's what you get right here, you know what I mean? You're gonna get great sound, you're gonna get that Bluetooth, and it's gonna be wired, you know? Spend the extra money and get the wireless version if you want. But all in all, I love this headset right here. All right, so next up is almost the perfect dream headset for me, and that is a Logitech G773 wireless gaming headset right here. Wow. This headset, like if I was to design a headset, this would almost be it. And that's starting with the comfort. The ear cushion, you have that nice mesh sports material, pleather lined on the inside to really lock in that sound right there. Very nice and soft memory foam, very nice and breathable. That headband, you got the little cloth headband, and that's how you adjust these guys. As you see, they got the little lever right there, which is gonna tighten it or loosen it. And then again, you got that swivel in the ear cups right there. They move all the way around. So again, you have no pressure points on this guy. But also going right in line with the comfort of this headset is the build. This headset is all plastic, but it's a really durable plastic. I mean, look at this. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, wow, it is incredibly durable. It's just like this really nice, strong, but flexible plastic. And when you take this headset, it's just like, I mean, it's perfect. It's like putting like a beanie on your head or a soft knit hat rather than like a baseball cap. Think about it that way, you know what I mean? That's exactly what it feels like. Like I just put some earmuffs on or something, you know? It is so stinking cozy. It's definitely blocking out some of that sound like I mentioned right there, but it's lightweight. Like some people may look at headsets like it's like, it's plastic, it's lightweight, that's cheap. Nah, that's not the way you need to look at it. Like look at it like, okay, it has a nice durable plastic right there. And that's what this has right here. And again, like if I was to design a headset, it would be like this. Nice lightweight plastic rather than some heavy duty, you know, overdone metal. Like you get that durable feel with like the other ones we just looked at, Logitech and HyperX, you get that. But I love this lightweight feel right here, and it feels incredibly durable. Now talking to sound on a G773 right here, it was good, and I think I'd leave it right there as good. It wasn't bad, it definitely passed, heck, that's why it's on this list, you know what I mean? But I felt like it was just missing something. For me, it was missing a little bit of the highs. Now you can dive into IQ and dabble your EQs and everything with this and everything, but even dabbling with them, I just felt like it was missing some highs. Was it because the ear cushions? I'm not too sure because I go right in line and he's got the exact same spec as the G Pro X wireless, you know what I mean? So I was like, well, and those do have a little bit more crispy, punchy sound. So I was like, what are these missing? And I just couldn't figure it out. I was thinking, okay, is it the plastic ear cups here? Is that what it is? Is it letting some of it breathe out? I'm not too sure. But again, I lost some of that, I don't want to say detail, but some of that just crispiness. You catch my drift right there. It sounded good. It sounded great. When I put it on and, you know, was gaming with it, I never said, let me get these off, you know. But again, I was just sitting there. I was like, man, I just wish something was a little bit extra there. Now, the one downside of this headset, as in my standalone review I mentioned and I couldn't stand, is there's RGB on the front up here, right up at the front. And whenever I put this on my head, no matter which style, I tried on 3 different pairs of glasses. And for me, the RGB would be right on the side of my glasses right there. It'd be like a 3D mask, you know, where you got this little flight sim thing and you got the little, you know, like a Halo mask. I don't know what you say, you know. But anyways, I have the RGB on my glasses. And when they first came out, that first couple weeks there, you couldn't disable it. You could disable it in the software, but once you turned off the Logitech software, it'd go back to regular rainbow cycle. So I was like, all right, well, I can't use this headset because I can't deal with that RGB. But just to reassure you, if you go watch that standalone review, when you go into Logitech software and disable it, it stays off. Even if you turn your computer off, close out the Logitech software, the RGBs stay off on these guys.
Alright, so we are now using a microphone on the Logitech G733 headset right here. As you can see, the microphone is detachable here as well. This microphone's a little bit smaller, so a little bit moldable, not much. Again, just a smaller microphone in general. And you get that smaller sound, distant sound, right? Because again, it's being smaller, so it's off to the side of your face, not right in front of your mouth right there. So kind of get that vibe of a phone call on speakerphone or maybe like an earbud type of microphone. That's what I get, a little bit distant here. But all in all, this is a microphone test for a Logitech G733.
So the Logitech G773 wireless headset right here, almost perfect. Like seriously, right there as almost perfect. They fixed the RGB thing, so we got that covered. But again, I wish the sound I wish you just had a little bit more, and I promise you this would be a #1. This would be my main headset if it had a little bit more. But test that sound. That sound might be right for you. For me, again, I wish it had a little bit crispier sound in my personal opinion. But at $120 this headset is, I believe it might even be on sale these days. Again, I really love this buy right here. All right, so coming up next on our list is the Razer Black Shark V2 Pro wireless gaming headset. I mean, I just can't say enough good things about this headset. And that starts off with the comfort. You have that nice sports material, fabric outside there, nice breathable, pleather lined on the inside so it does lock in that sound. But these, I'm talking memory foam. You put these on your head and it sinks into your head. Wow. So incredibly cozy. And again, you get the same effect on the headband right here. As far as adjustability of these guys, they slide up and down on these little metal arms right there. So you see it, they go up and down, and then again, the ear cups go in and out. Now you're seeing it, no swivel, right? But it actually does, because again, you got two arms and they both adjust on their own. So if you slide it in and out, it goes up on one and down on the other. So again, it's not like that traditional swivel we see, but it works. So I know what you're probably thinking when you look at this headset. Well, man, it kind of seems a little chintzy, you know, but it's really not. And again, the first vibe, you do get that. Like, all right, you got these little metal arms. Like maybe these little plastic brackets right here might worry me a little bit. I don't know. Be gentle with your stuff and you can be perfectly fine. Again, you do get a premium feel in your hand. It doesn't feel chintzy. I mean, heck, we can twist them up, bend them up, and stretch them out, and we're perfectly fine, you know? But let me tell you, taking that build, again, we're kind of getting that plastic and very thin parts right here. Like I stated earlier with the Logitech, it's lightweight, and I love a lightweight headset. Like, let's reduce the materials, you know, and make it nice and lightweight and as durable as we can right there. And again, I feel very durable right here. But let's take, oh man, I can't. These things are 112% stinking cozy. Like these things, like, wow. They are so comfortable. I just, they're stinking cozy. Now the sound on a Black Shark wireless right here, they're using those new Razer Triforce drivers. And let me tell you what, they are awesome. It just lets every detail perform on its own, your mids, your highs, your bass and everything. Everything's performing right there and you really get that vibe. All right, I got some bass here and I got my highs screeching over here and your mids just sit here and just kind of fill it out and bring it all around, you know? Now, yes, these guys do have a little bit more bass in my opinion. It's not like massive amounts of bass, you know, not even as much as like comparing where we talked about the Cloud 2s to the Cloud 2 wireless, not even that much, but again, a little bit more than I personally prefer. I'm not a big bass junkie, as you're catching the gist right here, you know. If you like that bass right there, a little bit more punch, if you judge your footsteps off like heavy bass footprints, that's what you're going to get. Me personally, I judge my footsteps off highs, that heel toe click. You know, if you catch that bass stomping above you or beside you, that's what you get right here, you know. But again, these guys do have a little bit more body to them, a little bit more bass, but you still get the environment, you still get the detail. It's just like, wow. And again, you can dive into Razer software, check out the main review like I keep stating, and you can tweak that sound up how you like.
All right, we are now using a microphone on the Razer Black Shark V2 Pro right here, the wireless version. Now this microphone is detachable, as you can see, very big windscreen and everything, nice and moldable. Now this microphone sounds so good, but it's almost like a podcast microphone or something, right? The closer you put it to your mouth, different sound. Let me pull it a little bit away. Now it's a little bit away from my mouth, and you can see how different it sounds right there. I'm not adjusting the volume or anything. Now I'm back close to my mouth right here. So again, it's really that position, your volume, and everything that's going to roll into the settings of this microphone. This microphone is awesome. I really like it. Again, this is a microphone test on a Razer Black Shark V2 Pro.
So all in all, the Razer Black Shark V2 Pro right here. I love this headset. Again, I can't say enough good things about it. This is fantastic. I know, again, going back in the days, you're talking Razer Kraken and stuff, they were kind of locked down in this one certain area. It was definitely not one of my favorite headsets, you know, but this is like, wow, how did they, like, it's just awesome seeing these headsets, again, kind of get to this level where you're getting like that headphone quality as far as the comfort and the sound. And that's what you get right here. So you might be saying, well, hey, Techne, why do you got it a little bit lower on your list? Well, this headset comes in at 180 bucks. That's expensive, right? And at that price point, I think it should have more features. If this headset had Bluetooth, I actually know it would be at number one. You know, but again, I can say, hell, I wish this headset had this, I wish this headset had that. Just talking about like the Logitech we just got done with, the sound was a little bit more, I'd have it up here. So again, we're judging the headsets how it are, but as this headset is at 180 bucks, again, I just wish it had more features on it for that price point. And you'll catch the jive once we get into other headsets. The other thing I want to mention while we're still on this, another mention here is the Razer Black Shark V2X. This is the wired version right here, and I believe this headset's $59.99, 60 bucks. It is, I mean, you get the same comfort, you get that really nice sound right here. This is such an awesome headset. I mean, you get a green wire and stuff, kind of goofy, but such an awesome headset at 60 bucks. And if you're looking for something a little bit cheap, you don't got that almost 200 bucks to spend right here, definitely check out the wired version on any platform and you're gonna stink and love it. The comfort, the sound, and everything right here, complete win. I love both of these headsets. All right, so we got some good headsets so far, don't we? Some really awesome headsets. And the next one in line is gonna go right there, is the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2s. Now, I did the PlayStation and the Xbox version of this, and by the way, on a roundup of PlayStation 5, 4, whatever, and then the Xbox One and Series X headsets, the 700 Gen 2s made it on both of those lists. That's how good this headset is. And that starts with the comfort of the 700 Gen 2s. These ear cushions are big, they are plush, they are stinking cozy. As you see, you got that silky material on the top, and then on the inside, pleather line on the outside. You got a little glasses notch there to reduce pressure on your frames. There's cooling gel inside here. Whew, I can't say it enough. These ear cushions are stinking cozy. I absolutely love them. As far as adjustability, ear cushions go in and out. And as you see, you got plenty of swivel there to go totally flat on your chest. And then you adjust by that metal arm right there. So again, plenty of adjustability on this guy. Now, when we go into the build of the 700 Gen 2s, they are pretty much all plastic, minus again your metal reinforced headband there. But the plastic on this headset is very thick, very premium, and very durable. I can take it, twist it up, stretch it out. I really don't get worried one bit on this guy. Again, it just feels incredibly premium in your hands. I know a lot of people will think otherwise on Turtle Beach. They've been around for a long time, so they got a lot of time for people to talk about them. But Turtle Beach has really come around. And let me tell you what, their headsets for the last few years have been absolutely amazing. And that's where the 700 Gen 2s fit right here. They're just solid. Now, I have heard people say they're a little bit tight, myself included, right? So if you watch any of my other roundups right there, when you put this on your head, I said, man, they're a pinch too tight. But in my most recent one, I believe the Xbox one, I mentioned a little trick I found out. As you have the metal reinforced headband right there, what you do is take two thumbs, put it on the plastic part right here, and then take the metal headband, just slightly bend it. Just an absolute pinch. Don't go like over Hulk on it, you know what I mean? But a slight, do this at your own risk, by the way. This is not from Turtle Beach or the, Techne's not liable for your headset breaking. But I did it on both of mine. Just a very slight bit right there, and it released some of that pressure. You'll see it bow out. Just an absolute pinch. I can't stress this enough. Very little bit, guys. And then whenever you put it on your head, like that pressure is gone. And it is just absolutely perfect. Like, again, do at your own risk, but wow, it pulls this headset around and relieves all that pressure. Now, talking about the sound on the 700 Gen 2s, let me tell you what, these guys are packing a punch. You get that really nice, detailed, immersive Turtle Beach sound. Now, don't you be thinking about that sound you heard back in the, late 90s or something, Turtle Beach. Again, they're a newer sound. It's just detailed, it's crisp, it's punchy right there. Just very immersive and detailed at the same time, and it just works out fantastic. It really does. But it doesn't stop right there. With the 700 Gen 2s having Bluetooth access on these, you can sync it up to your phone, get into the Turtle Beach app, and actually dabble with your sound profiles and some of the EQs right there. And it's not overdone. It's simple to use. Couple bars right there. Adjust it. Dial it into your sound what you like. And again, it just... wow, it pulls this headset out. I recommend you try my EQ and dabble from there, but it really brings this headset to life. And that's one thing that really just makes the 700 Gen 2 shine. With the features, talking about the Bluetooth with the app right there, not even just taking advantage of the app, which is an absolute win, the customization, you can use the app for all these buttons back here, syncing the Bluetooth up to your phone or whatever else you're doing. Again, don't use the Bluetooth as your primary audio source. The wireless is going to be, right? The Bluetooth is going to be secondary. For me, I use it for phone calls. It's great having those options and the customization on a headset right here. All right, so this is the mic test for the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2s. Again, mic test, Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2s. As you see, the microphone is flip up to mute, flip down to active right there. Kind of recesses right in the headset, which is really cool. Now, this microphone definitely sounds like I'm talking in an open room right here. It's a little bit further away from my mouth than some of the other ones. But all in all, this is a microphone test for the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2. So the 700 Gen 2s, again, I love this headset. Absolutely love it. Came up again on our top 3 on Xbox and PS4. I did standalone reviews on them as well. It's such a great headset at the price point it's coming in at 150 bucks MSRP. With these features, the comfort, the sound, the build, it's a complete win. Again, I've seen in the comments of some of the videos, people say, I can't go back to Turtle Beach, this, that, the other. Trust me and give them another chance. Make sure you update the headset. Dabble with the app, dabble with that EQ there and everything. Give them a serious chance, because I can't say enough good things about this headset. This is a complete win at 150 bucks right here. All right, so we're getting close to the end right here. We got 2 more headsets, and the next one we're going to talk about is the Razer Kyra Pro right here. Now, they also make them in a regular Kyra version. The difference, if you're wondering, is the Pro has Bluetooth and RGB ear cups. The regular does not. But I love this headset. I honestly feel bad putting it at this point because it is directed at Xbox. Now, if you want to use it on PC, you need the little dongle to use right there, the Microsoft dongle, which you can buy extra. But this headset is so good, I had to put it on this list. And that's starting off with the comfort right here. The ear cushions, again, that nice sports material, pleather line on the inside, locking that sound, very breathable. Nice memory foam right here. Oh man, that ugly green line on the outside. Oh geez, that's hideous. But anyways, the comfort is nice and cozy. Same sports material up on the headband and everything. Very nice and cozy. Plenty of adjustability as well. As you see, a little bit forward, total swivel, ear cushions in and out and everything that you adjust on your arm right there. And it's very firm click, so it definitely holds those positions for you. And going right into the build of the Kyra Pro right here. Yeah, the headset's pretty much all plastic, but again, you have that really nice premium plastic feel right here. It's very nice. Now your headband, yeah, is metal reinforced. You got the little metal reinforcement right in the middle right there. But again, like I said, I go on and on. I take a plastic headset over some heavy duty metal headset all day long. And when you combine that comfort with these cushions and the top and everything, it's perfect. It really is. It's like right at a medium clamp force, maybe a little bit less. It's like I put it on my head. It's like, wow, I stinking love it. Now, yeah, they're ugly. They're ugly. Like the green, like I wish they wouldn't have done the green. I wish they would have made it all black. Make the regular Kyra with the green. The Kyra Pro should have been all black and remove that right there. You know what I mean? As you all saw, I used the Wicked cushions on mine, and it really brought it out. But all in all, out of the box right here is a completely cozy headset. Stinking cozy headset. Now the sound on the Kyra Pro is awesome. Again, they're using those Triforce drivers like we saw on the Black Sharks over there, you know, and it sounds so good. Again, everything just gets to perform on its own, and you really get that vibe with any game right there. And that's what's just so cool. I love these new drivers Razer's using because again, it's not like a lot of their older headsets where you're secluded to just bass or just highs. Again, you get everything right here. And again, I go back to the beginning. It sounds like a set of headphones, you know what I mean? And it's really great seeing gaming headsets do that. The sound on these are fantastic. But the great thing about this, again, it's an Xbox headset, yeah. But on the console, you can dive in there with the Xbox app and dabble with your EQ, heck, your mic settings and everything. But talking sound, you can dabble with your EQs right on the console right there and adjust it. That is so stinking cool to be able to do that on your console. Now, yes, you can do it on PC as well, and it's the exact same controls right there. But again, directed at console, that is stinking awesome. I mean, Razer, seriously, if you're out there, you need to make this headset, the Kyra Pro, a version dedicated for PC and a version dedicated for PS4 as well. Don't make the PS4 one blue, please. You know what I mean? Make them all black. But anyways, this headset's so good. Again, if they made them dedicated for each device, I would probably use this as my main if they weren't green. You know what I mean? That's how good this headset is. Again, I really wish and I hope Razer makes one of these, the Kyra Pros, dedicated for PC and then PS4 as well. Some of you might be saying, well, just get the Black Shark V2s we just talked about, the Pros, you know what I mean? Well, number one, that headset's $180, right? This one's $150. And the features, you have Bluetooth on this guy, you know? So it's almost like, why? I sit here and say, why get the Black Shark V2 Pros? You know what I mean? A fantastic headset, hands down, amazing headset, you know what I mean? But again, talking to Kyra Pros here, less money, packing more features, makes me say why. All right, so we are now using a microphone on the Razer Kyra. Again, microphone is detachable, very nice and moldable, and it also comes with that macho included windscreen right there to break up some of those P's and T's. I really like it. Now, this microphone is pretty cool. Like, I got it halfway, about 2 inches from my mouth right now, and this is what it would sound like. Now, if I pull it closer, you can see it gets quite a bit louder. Pull it away, I'm about 4 or 5 inches away right now, and it gets quite lower. Usually, you start getting that distant sound. You still get that bass sound. It just gets quieter and lower, which is pretty cool right here. Let me pull it back to halfway. So the Razer Kyra Pros right here, this headset completely shocked me this year. Like, this is one of my favorite headsets. Again, I use this daily playing Xbox. I'm playing a lot of Valhalla still, you know. But I love this headset. I really do. I just can't go on and on. Like, I wish Razer, like, seriously, like, they got a win right here. Like, why isn't this headset marketed more? Like, they marketed crazy on the Black Shark, which, again, is a fantastic headset. But why not this? You know what I mean? We need to make a PlayStation version, and we need to make a PS or a PC version. At $150, this headset is a stinking gem. All right, so our number one headset of 2020 here. Now, as you all notice, looking at all these headsets, they're headsets that came out in 2020, minus some of my other mentions here and there, you know what I mean? And that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be headsets that came out in 2020. But again, I got to mention some other great ones out there, you know what I mean? Some other options. And that's what brings me right here is the SteelSeries Arctis 9 wireless and the 7P wireless over here. So talking about these, I love these headsets, but I also want to chime in here real quick because this is going to go in line right here. What is my daily headset? And the headset I think is the best. Now, it didn't come out in 2020, but that is the SteelSeries Arctis Pro wireless. Now, we also have the SteelSeries Arctis Pro wired. We just got all the Arctis Pros here, you know what I mean? You all know I love these headsets. From the sound, the comfort, the build, and everything. And this is my daily headset. A lot of people ask, hey, what headset do I use? It's the SteelSeries Arctis Pro wireless. I've tried boxing them up and moving on to a different headset. I always come back and end up unboxing these guys. And they're sitting on my desk right now. I just love them. From the features, the functions, the sound, and everything. Going into the wired version right here, yeah, it sounds better than the wireless version. It just does. It's noticeable. Is it like night and day? I don't want to say it's night and day, but it's definitely like morning and day. You know what I mean? Like, you do notice it, you know? Again, both of these headsets, I can't say enough. And if you want to know my main headset, it is the wireless because I need wireless. If I didn't have an amp and DAC and a fancy audio setup on my desk, my main headset would be the wired ones. Just putting it right there. But again, these didn't come out in 2020, so I just kind of want to push them aside. But for all you that know, the Arctis Pro wireless is still my #1 headset. But we're going to focus on the 9 wireless and the 7X right here. But let's go ahead and focus on out-the-box experience of the Arctis headset. Yes, these ear cushions are incredibly stinking cozy. Very plush, you got that sports material, pleather line on the inside, locking the sound, but these guys are so cozy. Plenty of adjustability, a little bit forward, totally flat right there, in and out, and your headband is just that ski band right there. So it really just floats on your head. Someone like me, right? I got this bald head right here, pretty sweaty actually with all these lights on. But anyways, I take it and it's just like you see it wraps around my bald noggin right there. Like some headsets, it'll put a pressure point up top or on the sides. Now, if you got a big, luscious head of hair, unlike myself, you'll be fine with pretty much just anything. But again, if you ever get that pressure point on your head, this guy alleviates it because, again, it just kind of floats around your head right there. Again, it's very, very cozy headsets. Now, talking sound on the Arctis headsets, heck, pretty much just all of them, not even the ones we're talking about right here. SteelSeries has their drivers tuned to absolutely amazing. For me, again, it pulls out that sound I like. Y'all heard me talk through all these headsets, right? That I like highs. I like more highs. And that's what you get with these headsets. You really do. It's not like screechy, like Bayer Dynamic highs. If you've ever used those, I can't stand them, you know? You get Audio-Technica sound signature. I'm a huge Audio-Technica fan. My favorite headphones of all time are the ATH M50Xs, right? Love them. So if you've ever used those, or if you love that known signature sound of Audio-Technica headphones, that's what you get right here. I absolutely love it. Now, yeah, you can dive into the software, or it's talking with the pros. You can use it right on the dial and tweak that sound to how you like and really just dial it into your preferred like and pull out some more bass if you want. I believe they even got like a bass mode on there, you know? So again, you can pull that out. But again, as they are right there, I can really, even tweak a little bit of the EQ, I can pull this headset out and just, wow, I just get a nice, balanced, natural sounds for no matter what I'm doing. The 7Ps actually right here, I use these for quite a while as my dedicated headphones or headset for editing videos as well. That's how good it sounds. I can still hear the low tone music in the background, still hear my voice, a little bit of bass and everything, not too high pitched. Listening to music, playing games. It does it all right there. And when I combine all that right there, that sound and that comfort, it's just something I can use for long periods of time. And that's what I like about it. I'm editing videos for hours, you know what I mean? I'm gaming for hours, probably longer than I should be, you know what I mean? So again, it just covers all those areas. Now also the build on the Arctis headsets, I think is pretty stinking good. Now it does just have that metal headband up there and then it goes into plastic and then to the ear cups right there. So you might look at it and be like, well, it's only held down by one little notch right there. Let's go to the pros over here. And I've used these for over a year right now. And they're still hanging up. I can twist them up, bend them out, and they're perfectly fine right here. I don't get worried about this headset at all. I'm pretty careful with my stuff too, you know what I mean? Which we all should be. But again, the build on these guys, I think is fantastic.
All right, so we're now doing a mic test on a SteelSeries Arctis 9P right here. The mic test on a SteelSeries Arctis 9P. Now, as far as microphones on all Arctis headsets, they're pretty much the exact same across all of them until you get down to the ones. Microphones are retractable. You can push it in, pull it out, but that does not mute it. You mute it with a button on the back right there. Cool thing about it is you get a notification on the front of the microphone that turns red to let you know, hey, it is muted. I actually love that right there because, again, it lets you know, okay, hey, it's just a reassurance that your mic is muted right there.
Now, besides just the main core of the headset, like we just talked about, that sound, the comfort, the build and everything, I want to talk about what really makes these headsets shine for me. Let's start off, number one, with the 7X. As you see, this is an Xbox headset, right? It's green with the X and everything. Why I love this headset is it connects my little USB-C dongle, but this headset will work on every single platform. Every. Even PS4, PS5. It works on all of them right there, you know, PC and everything. That's what's so cool about this headset. It's almost like the one and done. I don't like the green headband, sure, you know what I mean? But again, it just, the versatility in it, being able to use it on everything right there, you're getting your money's worth. At $150, you're getting that bang for your buck. Now I want to pull over to the HyperX 9. These guys right here. I love this headset. I stinking love it. This is one of the ones that made me box up my HyperX Pro wireless for a little while, just to alleviate some desk space, you know, get the DAC off there and just be able to just have a dongle plugged in. I love this headset. It does everything. It has the Bluetooth. It has the features I need, you know what I mean? Could I tell a difference between this and the HyperX Pro wireless is probably what you want to ask. Yes, I could. Mild, very mild. Not even as much as going to Pro Wireless to the Pro Wired. I can tell more that way than going from these to the Pro Wireless, if you catch my drift right there. So yes, this is a fantastic headset. No, this one doesn't work on every platform. This does not work on Xbox right here. But it's great with the Bluetooth. Again, I need that Bluetooth feature. So any headset I use, it has to have Bluetooth, no matter what platform I'm on, you know what I mean? And the 9s really cover it for me for a PS4 or PC, whatever platform I'm on. I stinking love it. But yes, as I go on and on, I know it's not a headset that just came out. You all probably ask, well, Techne, what is your daily headset? Like I just say, I got that box backwards. It is the HyperX Pro. It is still the HyperX Pro wireless right here. I need to buy me a white set. That'd be pretty cool, you know? I'd like them to update this and just kind of give it a refresh. I don't know. I mean, it's perfect as is. Sure, it's not new, but such a good headset, guys. I just can't say enough about this headset, or heck, the whole entire HyperX line. All right, so the top headsets of 2020. We have a bunch, even some more mentions that I got down on the floor right there, you know. Some really good headsets, and like I stated, we've come a long way with gaming headsets, and if anyone says that to you, I'll just get an amp DAC, this, the other, go spend $500 on an audio system to game. It's baloney, you know. You can get away a long ways with a lot of these gaming headsets, how they're coming right here, and all of these are absolutely fantastic. Now, a couple other things I want to chime in here real quick on our closing point. Some of you might be asking, if you watched my roundup, I also did a top headset, budget headset, $50 to $59 right there. Those I absolutely love. I actually had it right here. I just didn't want to drag it out. The HS630. This headset is phenomenal, guys. If you're on a budget looking at that $60, you got the Black Shark and these guys. Amazing headsets, you know what I mean? So definitely check that video out as well. If you're on a budget, you want something a little bit cheaper, we got $50 to $60 headsets there. But I also did the PS4, PS5, and then the Xbox One and Series X lineup. So definitely check those out if you're looking for something specific. Again, standalone reviews on all of these. But one thing I want to chime in on here real quick. Some of you might be asking, well, Techne, man, why did the 7X land as number 3 on the Xbox? I believe, yeah, it was number 3, stuff like that. Why didn't these land different areas on those other videos? Well, talking about those is, number one, talking features to dollar, right? I love and I need Bluetooth, right? That's why the 7 or the 700 Gen 2s took such a high place, or the Kyra Pros for Xbox. Again, we opened it up to any platform right here. That's why we got a little bit of a different ranking, and I kind of put them in different areas, you know what I mean? That's why I say the 9s are my favorite because they got the Bluetooth, or the Pros are my favorite because, again, they got the Bluetooth. They have all the functions I need. So again, if you're wondering why they're in a little bit of a different spot here, again, it's because we're not focused on price. We're not focused on platform. Heck, I pulled out the HyperX Pro, which is a $350 headset, you know what I mean? So just to clear any of that up, that is why that's right there. Also, again, guys, I know I harp, I go on and on. Make sure, even if you got a headset right now, you're just trying to freshen up, you might be able to just freshen up with some of these wicked cushions right here. Again, I talk about them so much, and I can't just say enough good things about them. They really will bring your headset or headphones around to a whole new experience. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this incredibly long video on my top headsets of 2020 right here. I'll try to chop it up and make it a little bit shorter if I can, you know, but gosh, I just love talking headsets, you know what I mean? So I hope I answered some questions to help you out if you're looking into shopping for a new headset. Again, check out the standalone reviews, check out the other lineups I did on certain platforms right there. Maybe those will help you out a little bit longer, but I hope this one kind of narrowed your search down just a little bit for you. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I was able to help you out. If I was, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.